channel, TorAthena, where today we are reviewing Generation Gone by Image Comics. This hefty, weighty comic has the cover price of $4.99. This is written by Alice Cott and is drawn by Lima Aroüjo. I am so sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but you won't be the first person I've made that mistake with. So what is this comic about?
America 2020. 3 young hackers with nothing to lose. A secretive scientist with a plan. One final job. What happens when you're poor, angry, and get superpowers you've never asked for? Skins plus Unbreakable equals Generation Gone. Sort of. If you also include multiple trips to the sun, weird black glue, a breakup fight inside a nuclear factory, love, hate, anger, loss, and survival. Generation Gone is for every kid struggling out there. It's about what it means to be young in the USA 2017.
Okay, I know the first thing that I always talk about is the cover, but there's 2 reasons today that I'm doing that. One, I actually really like the cover. I like the simplicity of it. I like the just very, very like juxtaposition of black and white. It's just nice, it's bold, it's good. I picked this up because I liked it. I didn't realise when I first picked it up, the cover is actually the first panel. It is the first panel to this comic. That's genius. I love that. I don't think I've ever picked up a comic in the years that I've been doing reviews where that has been the case. I'm not saying it's the only comic to ever do it or the first to ever do, but it's the first comic I've picked up. Brilliant. I've been reading a lot of comics lately. This year, I'm trying to read one single issue every single day for the entire 2018. So I'm starting to read very eclectic plethora of different genres, formulas, writing techniques, drawing techniques. Not one comic that I have read so far this year has made me feel sick, like emotionally invested in characters the way the first couple of pages did in this comic. It has true depth, true 3-dimensional characters in this comic. It's insane. It has multiple plot lines going on where a lot of good writers can pull that off, and they do in this comic. It is incredibly text heavy. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for that with a comic, I won't lie. I read a lot having to review, and sometimes I'll be very tired and I will struggle through a text heavy comic. I did struggle a little bit with this. I was very tired when I read it, but at one point when everything made sense to me in my head about what was going on in the plot, it was smooth sailing. It's so well written that you very quickly fall down that rabbit hole and just all you see is this world, and you are so immersed in it, and it's amazing. Immersed? Immersed. Merged? Immersed. I've written a book. The ending is everything you want from a first issue. It has excitement. It has excitement. More excitement. It has excitement and more excitement. It's like, oh, are you excited? Here's more excitement. Can't spoil it for you. But once again, it's one of the best written endings for a first issue I've read this year. And yes, I know it's only January, but that's still like, you know, 30 issues. There was a part in the middle I was slowly losing my interest in this comic, but overall, like 95% of the time I was hooked, I was addicted. I absolutely have to carry on reading, even once again if it's only for a second issue to know what's going on, but it just grabbed me in a way that I can see this being in my top 10 comic stories of all time. The art has kind of like a roughness to it, like the first concept of these characters are the ones that they went with and they've never fine-tuned them, but I kind of like that. I love their palette use in this comic. They use colour incredibly well to determine mood, atmosphere, and it's usually very cold, it's very brisk. I love it. They've done it so well. It just matches so well to the writing of the comic, and that is not necessarily an easy thing to do. So yeah, overall I absolutely love this comic and I have to carry on reading. Have you read it? If you have, comment below, let me know what you thought about it. Let's talk about comics. That's why I do these videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps out the channel, and if you want to check out our Patreon that we do, you can help us out even more that way and get stuff in return. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!